Welcome back to our podcast, the Two Human Podcast, with two humans, obviously me, myself, Leah Clenay, and
Leah Nieto.
we hope that y'all missed us because we missed y'all.
I know.
It's been a minute. Like, when's the last time we recorded was about 2 weeks ago, I think,
Yeah.
and the last time we uploaded was about a week ago. Life's just been lifing for real. Like, that's one thing
Yes.
that we have to understand, y'all have to understand, is that even when you try to plan out your life, no matter what, you're going to have
Obstacles are gonna
obstacles.
come, or
Just
life is just gonna happen.
just like I know you told me the other day, we were talking about something and you were like, something that somebody told you one time about when stuff goes wrong in your life. It's not like it's just redirecting you like the GPS does. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you might miss a turn or you might go the wrong way. It
Right.
don't mean you ain't finna get to where you're supposed to go.
Right.
You just got redirected.
You're right.
Might take an extra 30 minutes, might take a detour, like, got to turn around. But
Yeah, like if you put an address on your GPS, it's not gonna. If you miss a turn, it's not gonna say, okay, well, forget that. We're gonna go somewhere else.
right,
It's still gonna try to find a way to get you
Yeah.
back on track. So it's not.
you will just end up where you're supposed to end up.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus
Like,
where you thought you were going to end up.
Exactly.
It's going to
Or-
look different.
it's also going the universe takes whatever route is best for you. Like, and sometimes we be so stuck on this is how this gonna happen.
Right.
But whole time God got something else
Something
or
better.
another way that is way better than what we originally think. Because we
Mm-hmm.
only see, most of the time we're only like seeing that one possibility, but
Right.
we're not seeing all the different
Other
ways that we can
possibilities.
get to that same point. There's so many
Right.
routes to just that one specific location.
And too, like, instead of, and I want to work on this myself, instead of looking at life or like doing stuff like you got to accomplish stuff, like you gotta finish this task and you gotta like get this, like, you, instead of that, it's more of just live, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not here. I seen a TikTok about this other day. She was like, we're not here, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're not here to accomplish things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's not, like, because you gonna tire
That was
yourself out.
man-made.
Yeah,
We were
all
just
the-
here to live.
Live, right. And sometimes that looks like a task might not get finished, something might mess up, something might fail, you might have to start over, you might have to
Right.
leave that 10 plus year relationship, you know what I'm saying? You might have to move out of your hometown, whatever the case is.
You just
got
sometimes we take life too seriously.
serious.
Like,
I gotta be married by this age, and I
Yeah.
gotta. But no, like,
you could be
don't-
married before that. You could
Yeah.
be married after that. Like, it's
Just live.
and just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that it's the right way.
right.
We really make our own rules for life or how we
Exactly.
want our life to go.
Exactly.
It's really our own choice.
Exactly.
Society just be having us thinking we're supposed to do something at a certain time or live this specific way. Like, it's so many
Right.
different ways that we can live,
Live, right.
not just
One
whichever
way.
way.
Right.
But sis, that was a good conversation.
Yeah.
But what's been going on?
That's like the intro. We had like a
Yeah.
little
yeah,
warm
little
up.
tangent. Yeah.
But the main purpose of this episode,
Mm-hmm.
y'all, and this is our third episode. I think no.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our third.
Well,
this will be our fourth.
Fourth,
Yeah,
yeah.
because we got to release part 2. So
Mhm.
this will be our fourth episode. So we're still, getting the hang of things and like finding
Yeah.
our own flow and rhythm. Because that's one thing we agreed on. We wanted things to come organic and natural, and we didn't want to have to like plan an intro and plan topics. We just really wanted to like,
Sit here and talk.
yeah. So this is something we want to try out for this episode, and we'll see how it goes. We may just make it, the thing each week. We really wanted to focus on like just being real, raw, and honest with y'all, because our podcast name is Two Human. Like, our podcast platform is talking about us being human beings, and we don't always want to get up here and just try to like give advice and all this and that, and we might be going through it, and maybe what we're going through could
Help
relate.
somebody else.
Right. So we want to like, as we're living, because we're all taking this journey together, as we're living, we record each week or every other week. When we come sit here, we kind of like evaluate how our week went, the things maybe we
Vent, just talk about stuff.
the ups and the
Honestly,
downs.
just normal conversations that we would have on a regular basis.
Right, because what made us want to do this podcast was we used to send voice notes to each other all the time, like
20-minute
not
voice
no 30
notes.
second voice note, 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
And let me get my headphones. As soon as I see that voice note, let me get my headphones. I'm not normally a voice note person.
Me
This is how I know, like, we really be having some good. It don't matter what you send me, I'm gonna listen to that voice note.
And I'm gonna find something to say back.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. I be right. It be times that I be at work, like, writing points. Topics. Like, I gotta make sure I answer everything because I'm gonna forget by the end of this voice note.
Right.
But all that to say.
Yeah, we just wanted this to be like a live voice note, live, literally raw footage of y'all watching us do what we would normally do. But instead, we're just in front of microphones.
And we also realize that a lot of the stuff we talk about or say, other people can relate, but we be saying some good ass shit. Like, you be telling me stuff when I be going through it, or I just got a lot on my mind, and I'll send you that voice note. You will always give me, like, just the right words that I needed to hear just to help me look at something differently. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
And same, vice versa. But literally what we're talking about right now, we could go on and on and on about, but we're going to kind of like,
get into what's really been going on.
Get into what's really been going on. Yes. So basically, we kind of want to just like maybe, because the last time we linked up was the last time we recorded, which was about 2 weeks ago, I think.
And ever since then, I done moved out.
Busy. Yeah, so I really want to start with you because, and I don't know if you want me to like ask you.
Do you want to ask questions? You can. We can see how that go.
Okay, so I know some stuff that I know, but obviously y'all don't know, but I will, bring it out of you, whatever. So one big accomplishment my girl has made so far since starting this podcast is moving out.
Yes. A lot has been happening.
Has it hit, like, I guess my question would be, has it really hit you yet? Like, how does it make you feel knowing that you finally got your own place? And also touch on and talk about, because, obviously I know this, they don't, touch on the headspace you were in, too, before you were about to move out and how you've been, basically kind of going through it and, like, really just wanting that for yourself. And now that it's finally happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to see the difference between then and now.
It's crazy. Like, so before moving out, I just really remember, and I feel like we used to talk about this, or I would say something about it at least once a week. Like, I'm just so ready to move out. And I was really manifesting really hard moving out. I signed up, but this is something I noticed, like, after I moved, or when I was about to move. I had signed up for this website that notifies you of apartments and your budget, like the day that you want to move out or move in or whatever. So I had did all this stuff. Like, I was really manifesting. I was working towards finding a way. Like, it was little things that I was doing. Like, I would buy stuff that I kept saying, like, oh, I'm not gonna buy that right now. I'm gonna buy it when I move out. But I'm like, no, because I'm moving out, so I'm gonna just go ahead and buy it.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, so
you'd be like, I got a cute rug today for my place. I ain't got no place yet, but I know I'm gonna get one.
I'm gonna get that.
Right.
So yeah, I was just really working hard on manifesting it. Like, something that which kind of correlates with what we talked about on our last 2 episodes. It's changing my mindset of, like, I got this. Even though it seems impossible, like, my credit is bad. I can't really sign for a lease. They're probably not going to let me get and then also just being scared of, like, am I going to be able to afford this? Like, this is a big step.
Because it won't like you had a big, I mean, I don't want to put your business out there, but, like, you would express that frustration. Like, it ain't like you had a big lumps of money for a deposit for it. You just kind of, the money just had to flow to you.
Yes, and I really had to just trust that it was all going to come together, and it really did, because I'm not in the best financial position right now. But I'm going to get there. But even still, I was able to move out.
Right. What was once impossible.
Right. What seemed so impossible happened. And it happened, we were talking about a few minutes ago, in a way that I didn't think was going to happen.
Right.
I'm thinking, like, I'm getting my own apartment. I got to sign for it. So I got to pay my credit cards down. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Right.
Whole time, like, an opportunity felt, I think, it wasn't the last time we recorded. It was the very first time we recorded. Right after we finished recording was when she texted me and she was like, I'm getting a place. Do you want to move out?
Right.
And like it just everything just fell
after
into
that, it
place
just,
like so perfectly. It was times where I was scared, but I still did it. But also to answer your other question.
Well, before you get that, I do
Okay.
want to bring up, because I don't think I'm pretty sure you remember it, but I don't think you said it. Also, too, you brought this up the other day. You was like, just to think, a month ago, you sent me a voice note. Y'all, we had just recorded our session. It might have been our first session. So, you good spirits. You starting something new.
Yeah.
You went home, and your energy immediately got brought down. And
Yes.
she sent me a voice note crying.
Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah.
She sent me a voice note
crying.
crying, and I felt so bad. I'm like, bro, like, I want to help her, but I don't know what to do. And
right.
she was just so frustrated because she was like, some stuff she was dealing with at home, and she
Yeah.
wanted to be able to move out.
I just
and it's
wanted
like,
that, and it's not even to do no crazy shit. You really be needing that space.
And you're an adult now.
Right. I just listened to Leo Skeppy's podcast, and I think he was doing like What Would Leo Do, one of those segments, and I think a girl was talking about being scared of moving out. And he was like, move out. It's the best decision that I made because it gives you that space to really be able to flourish.
And that push.
Yeah, that push, because you really got to stand on shit. Like, I be hating being at Amazon, but I know damn well I'm not going to leave early because I got to pay my bills.
Right.
So.
And then, like, what we were saying, too, before you was moving out, when you would ask me for advice, like, you'd be like, is this the right decision? Like, what if I can't, da-da-da-da? And I would just be like, well, either way, be responsible. Take a minute. Do think about it. But I'm like, either way, time is going to go by. We can't stay with our parents forever.
Right.
And we were saying how we without realizing it, we use that as a crutch a little bit. We get so used to not having to pay bills, not having to really have full responsibilities. And we complain about, I want my space and I want this and that. But it's like, but what are you really going to do about it? Because you're in this comfort zone. We lived with our parents for the time we was born to now, so it's a huge comfort zone. It's hard to jump out that nest, but
it is.
Sometimes
you need that. Yeah,
you need that push. So,
and I just know it was like a good decision to make. Like, it does give you that push.
It was.
But back to the questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I remember to think a month ago I was sitting in my car crying, and now I'm in my kitchen making dinner, and my dog is able to just walk beside me.
I love that shit so much. And I can even tell the difference in him.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have as much pent up energy because he's not just locked up in this one little tiny room in the garage. Like, he got space to roam around. He sees other people. We still got some issues we need to work on, but I can tell, like, he's really in a much better place. But
so, I guess that can kind of lead into how you feel now.
Like, so how I feel now is, I feel like it has hit me, but also sometimes it's just, I feel like it has hit me.
Yeah, it has.
But it's really just wild.
Yeah.
Sometimes I still do get scared, like, am I going to be able to do this? Like, it's a lot that I got to get done.
Right.
Like, it's so much to do. We still got to get the house situated. We got to, worry about other things. So many different things that come with it.
Yeah.
So it's still scary, but it's an adjustment. So but also at the same time, like, moments in the kitchen with my dog.
Right. It makes it worth it.
Yeah, like, I can lay down in my own bed and smoke a blunt.
I know that's one thing we were talking about.
That's one of my favorite things. Like, I can get up out my bed and go in my studio and paint, draw. And I'm in my own little world. Like, I have space to be more creative now because I have the room to even do more. It's just beautiful.
Beautiful. It is.
Yes, I've seen, a great feeling.
I've seen the growth and the changes within you too. Like, even if you might not feel it all the time or see it, just that reminder from somebody looking at the outside, looking in. Like,
it's always great to hear that reassurance.
Outside looking in.
Oh yeah,
I got a new.
I be forgetting.
This is my brother's
brand, music brand, right?
Ali,
or is it just?
Yeah, it's a musician creative brand. Okay. So we fall under that, our podcast.
Okay, yeah.
But It's Ollie, and it stands for outside looking in. I just want to point that out because ain't that crazy how the universe be working?
Yes.
I just said just to let you know from the outside looking in.
Yeah. There you go, right there. Speaking of the
Universe
devil.
working. Literally, I'm like saying outside looking in, and I just got this. Like, it's just crazy how shit. Anyway,
Right.
that's me and my
tangent.
One thing y'all don't know about me, I'm big on shit don't be coincidences. When I peep something that's like weird that happened, I be like, it's a God thing.
I don't think I believe in coincidences anymore. Everything happens for a reason. Like I also hate that happens for a reason.
Me too. It sounds so generic, but
yeah.
What's a better way to say it? It's more like things
that didn't just happen just for nothing.
Just for nothing, yeah.
Damn, I want to say like it happened for a reason, but
I feel like it's just the energy behind it. Like it's always something that we don't see. You feel me?
Or like it's something to gain from everything that happened. I guess would be.
How about this? Not everything happens for a reason. Everything's gonna happen regardless. Yeah. So it's what you do with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Like that's good.
It's gonna rain tomorrow. I can't help that. I'm gonna fall and break my leg today. I can't help that. And that ain't gonna happen. But I'm just saying if that were to happen,
right. Like, it was gonna happen. Like
yeah, so
you can't do nothing about. You can't rewind time and unbreak your leg. You know. Okay, but since you asked me a question, I want to ask you a question. I don't know though, because I don't really know what's been going on.
I was over here as you were talking. I was trying to debate where I wanted to start because I know like within the past couple weeks I have to just kind of like retrace my steps. So I think one of like a big, not life changing, but a big decision that I had to make. And I'm not gonna get into detail because I'm not gonna get into detail because I don't want to like put my business out there or nothing. But what the decision I made, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can relate. So I do want to talk about it. So I just have to get over caring about what people think. Yeah, fuck it. Same. This is my damn podcast, and I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. This is my story, and if you got a problem with it,
we can solve it.
Yeah, but listen to me. Anyway, so one of the big decisions I had to make this past couple weeks, I decided to officially cut off somebody from my past. And I've been, you know how like you cut people off, but it's a cycle. You say you be like, oh yeah, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, but you don't stand on that because you let them back in or be little stuff here and there. And it's like nothing against nobody. It ain't about being upset or being mad. It's just simply standing on your worth. And I feel like I have a problem with that. Like I don't stand on my worth. I don't stand on my words. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, it's been damn near 2 years, a year and a half since I initially cut this person off. And it's like I'm still little ways that I let them back in. And it's like, I can't keep doing that. You feel me? And I'm such a big-hearted, nice person. I'm like, I don't like to block people. I don't like to tell people how I feel. You know, the old me would have just stopped replying and didn't say nothing about how I feel. But I didn't want that because then I always feel left with some type of, like, I ain't got no closure. Like, they don't know how I felt. Not so much, like, I want to tell you how I feel because of pride thing. More so just to let you know why I'm about to disappear. You know, instead of just disappearing, like, whatever. So, but I would never like block people or like, you know, tell them how they make me feel and stuff. So I did that about a couple weeks ago. I finally just decided, I'm like, if I don't block this person, and it's nothing against them, it's actually for myself. It has nothing to do with the person. But if I don't block them, it's always going to be that little window, that little crack in the door that is going to be some curiosity. Like, what if he's going to text me or call me or I could call him. But
that when you block give you that, like, you can't.
I mean, you still could, but it takes more energy because you're going to have to unblock them and then you have to explain why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that make you look corny because it's like, bitch, what's your point of blocking me if you ain't going to stand on?
You're just doing too much.
You're doing too much, and I'm not that type of person. But, yeah, I made that decision for myself.
So are you done? I don't want. I got the questions for you. Yeah. But I'm gonna ask you the same questions you asked me. Okay. How did you feel before blocking him, and how do you feel now?
So before, I feel like it was more of like, I knew the situation was dead, but it was always like leaving that room open to wonder. What if, you know what I'm saying, or Like, I don't know, just thinking about it and wondering. But, like, that just takes your energy. You know what I'm saying? I want to fully move on from the situation. And then now that I made that decision, mentally it helped me because I'm not thinking that no more. Because I'm like, it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel a little bit lighter. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I feel 100% better because everybody know when you're going through stuff like this, like trying to get over people and stuff,
It's
just because you block somebody don't take away the feelings.
Right.
It don't take away the memories of how you feel. So I still, it ain't like I'm whatever. Like, obviously, by some stuff that went down, like, anyways. But it's just going to take some time. But I feel like that was the step in the right direction for me.
It was that first step in healing.
Right.
Or not even healing, but continuing to heal.
Right.
It was not the first step, the next step.
The next step.
Because you already did the first step. Yeah,
right.
so this was just the next step that had to be taken for you to better yourself and bring even better to your life. Because another thing that we've been talking about is how we both were dealing with people we had no business dealing with, but more so that they were taking away from taking our energy, and they weren't really adding any value to our life.
Right.
Not to shit on them, but it wasn't
is
working out for
is,
neither one of. Well, it wasn't working out for us. They was benefiting obviously, but we weren't.
Right.
So we had to make that choice of.
Right. And then at some point you can't even be mad. You can talk shit with your homegirls all day, be like, yeah,
I was just telling my girls this last night.
We can't even be mad. That's why I said there's no pressure about the person. Like, you can't even be mad at them. You're the one allowing them. They just being them.
Right.
They just doing them.
They've already showed you multiple times that this is what you're getting.
And that's why they be confused when we be upset. They be like, why you mad? Because it's like, they like,
I've been doing this. Right.
But it's us expecting something different. So we the ones that, and that's why I said sometimes you just got to block them. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then this is going to get into, because I don't want to lean too much on that subject. But this is going to lead into my next question for you.
Okay.
And also just something that we could kind of relate on, even though it's a little bit different. But by doing that, I mean, yeah, like I said, my life still ain't perfect. I'm still going through stuff. Like, it just is what it is with dating and stuff. I'm trying to date and put myself out there because I've been single for 2 years. But, like, making that decision, that don't mean, like, oh, my husband that came into my life. But since I made that decision, like, now I'm starting to attract, even though, like I said, I'm not in a relationship yet, but, like, I'm starting to attract more healthy connections. So, like, if I am dating, if a guy is going to take me out or get my number or talk to me, it's actually people that
want to take you out on a date.
Yeah, or asking me, have you ate today?
Right.
Let me bring you some food. Are you good? You feel
that
me?
Actually care about you.
Yeah, text me good morning. You know, they will actually, check up on me throughout the day and stuff like that. Like I said, don't mean I'm finna get into a relationship or get married or nothing, but it showed me that, because sometimes you hold on to a person or a thing because you're comfortable and, like, you don't think you can find better. You don't think, like, you can
that scarcity mindset.
Yeah, you can actually get that. Like, I used to say all the time, I'm like, if I am going to have a sneaky link, if I am going to be, spending my time and energy with you, and not saying on no, like, I hate to say this word. I ain't going to say that word. Not saying on no, like, oh, pay me to do stuff with you. It ain't that. It's just, like, if we're going to be dealing with each other anyway, I might as, like you said, not even just monetary, like money, more so just.
You got to bring something to my life.
Yeah, like, you need to be.
Adding something.
Yeah, like.
Because it should be an even exchange. Like, I've become very intentional about a lot of things in my life, and that's one of them. Like, we really got to. Like, we don't have to be serious all the time.
Right,
like, we don't really. I don't give you money.
Right.
That's different. We don't give each other money,
but we add something
value,
to each other's lives.
If I'm going through something, I can hit you up and you can help me out, like figure something out or calm me down or give me some good advice that can help me think to make a better choice.
Right.
And that's value in that. It doesn't always have to be about money, but some of these dudes can't even provide you with emotional support. Right, emotional, lean on, nothing.
Not that I'm looking for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that, but, like, why am I going to deal with something that's going to bring me down or is going to, like, take away from me? Basically, I was just saying that, like, since I blocked that person out of my life, I'm starting to see that is possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
people
like,
out there
yeah,
that
it's
care about you.
if he wanted to, he would.
He would.
Or it ain't just about relationship or guys. If the person in general, your friend, I don't care who it
Even
is,
yourself, if you really want
wanted
something,
to,
you're gonna get up and do it.
Yeah, you don't want to be dealing with somebody or anything that makes it feel like they don't want to do stuff, naturally do what it is that you would like for them to do, or things that you deserve. So that to say, I know that you can relate to me on that specifically because my girl is officially in a relationship.
They done snatched me off the streets.
And when we first started our podcast, that's two changes. She hadn't had her own place yet, and she was still single, dealing with. I ain't gonna say dealing with, because you did it too. That goes. This is a live example. I blocked somebody in my life. I'm getting healthier connections. She blocked somebody out her life, welcomed in a amazing man.
Right.
So I guess
So what was the question? Just touch on it.
Yeah, like I guess maybe give us a quick little rundown. Maybe like
I have a few things that I do want to point out that I've learned being in a relationship. One that I was just thinking about was I'm so glad that I took the time to do the healing that I have done prior to.
Right.
Because I feel like I've grown so much as a woman that I can accept this healthy relationship. Because there are things that sometimes I think about, like, he treats me so good, cares about me. Like, he's shown me so many times that he's a good human being.
Right.
But I have my moments where I'm like, damn, what if he lying? What if he this, that, and the third? What if he'll stop liking me at one point? But I don't let those thoughts, they're just thoughts. Like I think we said this on our first episode. Like, those are just thoughts be flowing in.
It's not a reality.
Yeah, it's your choice, I guess, to accept that as true or not. And right now, and that's not to say that
you're not being like delusional.
Yeah,
or,
like because people can switch up.
Right.
I don't. We know each other, but at the same time, you could be sitting over there in your head like, I hate this bitch. I can't wait for her to get out of my house.
But you don't know that until it came to fruition.
But then again, I also feel like you can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it.
But either way, like, we're still kind of new, getting to know each other. But I also feel
the
like
genuine
trust, the love, like, just so much genuinity. Is that a word?
Yeah. Because I don't think we would not be sitting here right now with each other if we ain't feel that
right,
from each other.
That
like,
I trust you.
Like, like, you come to my crib,
we
like,
share deep stuff, like, things that I wouldn't tell just anybody.
We're sharing a business together. Like, that's a big deal for a friendship. Like, we might not be making no money, but this is a brand. This is a platform we're doing together.
Right.
It's not just my say-so. It's not just your say-so. So
it's both of ours.
That can really test the friendship, and we doing it. We doing good.
We've been doing good.
But my bad.
No, you're good. But so that's
your relationship.
Back to, what was I saying?
I
was touching on, like, glad that I took the time to heal.
Yeah,
and even though I'm still healing, though, there's still things that I know that I will need to learn later on in life. And right now I'm learning still. Right. But I'm glad that I did take the time to get myself together and really be able to appreciate this relationship. Yeah. What else do I want to touch on?
And it's such a healthy relationship.
It is. Like, it's so beautiful.
Right.
It's just
like he actually, takes care of you.
Takes care.
That's
another one I wanted to say. Going from dealing with the person that I was dealing, I don't even want to talk too much about
Get him that power, but.
Right, but going from just even prior to all the guys that I deal with, and they weren't all, none of them were bad. They just had their ways, and they weren't, the right people for me.
Right.
But just going from that to having somebody that I really can depend on, like, I was on the side of the road yesterday, my car smoking, and I didn't have a care in the world because I know that my man is taking care of me. Like, all I did was call him, hey babe, I'm on the side of the road, my car started smoking. Okay, I'm on the way.
Right, and took care of it. While you
took care of it.
Took his car to go.
Let me take his car home because I was having a girls' night. And
while he worked on the car.
Yeah, so he stayed on the side of the road working on my car.
Right.
Went to go buy parts to fix it. stayed on the side of the road,
Right.
after dealing with me and my crazy ass dog all day.
Right.
Fix my shit. Let me go home. Like, yeah,
You
I got
good.
this.
Mhm.
Go enjoy your girls' night. And I'm just going home like,
This is
this is
crazy.
crazy.
Right. And like you got a glow about you now too. Like it's a
Yeah.
different type of glow when you're
Somebody's
being
loving
loved
you, right?
correctly.
Yes, because
And
they're pouring into
into
you. They're
you.
nourishing
Right.
your soul, your
Right.
spirit. Like, it's
Yeah.
just,
And that's one thing. That's why I'm big on like you said, you took the time for yourself. So you already had a glow. You know, you were already beautiful and stuff like that. But like that's why it's important to water yourself. You feel me? Get yourself in check.
so you don't become codependent.
And then, but when somebody does come in that adds value,
It just
it ain't
adds-
doing nothing but adding on
adding.
top of that. It ain't making you something that you weren't before. It's just adding on top of that. So I just wanted to point
And
that
yes,
out too.
another thing too that I want to point out from my relationship, and I think this might be my last topic, then we jump to some other stuff, is the motivation, I guess, that I get to want to even, more so the push
Right.
to continue on. Because I was already driven to accomplish my goals, but being with him, seeing the type of person he is, seeing how hard he works for the things that he wants, it makes me want to be a better person. Not
Right.
just for myself, but for us. Like, I want to be better. So I want you to have a good girlfriend, a
Right.
successful wife. One day I was talking like, I'll make you a stay-at-home husband. I kind of want to. Like,
Right.
I would not mind at all
Yeah.
letting you be at the house. And also, I know I'm gonna make money, but it's not gonna be like I'm working hard either. Like, I'll probably be
Right.
chilling at that. We both, honestly, my goal for us is I want both of us to be at the house chilling for the most part. Like, I know we both will want to work and help the community,
Right.
but also like I don't want us to work or be
Work
stuck in
hard.
capitalism and all
Right.
that shit for the rest of
Chasing
our
the
lives. And
bag.
we can do it right now. We're young. We're building our foundation.
Right.
But it's not gonna be forever. But anyways, so that's one of the things I've also gained, I guess, from my relationship is I got something extra to work hard for.
Right.
I guess would be
Right.
the thing that I wanted to say.
And I'm happy for you,
Thank you.
genuinely, and it gives me hope.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad.
Because you know how like some people can be, and it's hard out here. You know, like I don't be jealous or envious of anybody, but sometimes like when we go through stuff in life and we see other people like maybe getting the cars, you know, getting the job, getting the relationship, sometimes it could be a little hard.
Damn,
but
we're
it's
not gonna
like
get it, yeah.
if anything, it inspires me. Just like okay, you know.
There are good
People out there,
yeah.
just like, because there were times
it's
we both
possible.
on the phone and we crying and we like, bro, it just genuinely seemed like we didn't want to manifest that, but it was just times where we would really be like, it genuinely seems like there are no good. I know that's crazy to think, but when you've been through some of the stuff we've been through, which we'll eventually get to
Right,
future
we'll get to all
episodes,
that.
it'll make sense.
Yeah.
You feel me? So,
But
to see it happen for you, it's like, it can,
Same.
I know that it can happen for
I
me
be
too.
telling him that too. Like, it just, like, I had the hope and the faith that this is the relationship that I want. This is the kind of person that I want to be with.
Right.
So I'm hopeful for this person,
Right.
for this connection. Like, everything that I wanted has been manifested, like,
Literally.
into existence.
Right.
And it still be kind of shocking. Like, wow, I
This
really
is-
finally got exactly what I wanted
Right.
from a
Took some
partner.
time,
And
'cause
we're
you've
not
been-
perfect.
You've been single for 5 years, right?
Yeah, like 5-6 years. Like, it's been a minute.
Yeah. So like even in my time of frustration, I would stop sometimes and be like, damn, I'm over here like, damn, I've been single for 2 years, and I'll be like, damn, Leah been single for 5 years. So like I'm over here bitching. I can't even imagine how she feeling. So not
Right.
saying it's gonna take me
Yeah.
5 years, but it's just like, okay, just because it's been 2 years, it's been 5 years, don't mean it still can't happen. You
Yeah.
just gotta give it some time. Like
Sometimes things take time.
Time.
One thing I did want to say is, or just, I guess it's kind of like a little testimony.
Mhm.
So I had started trying to work 50 hours a week so I could be able to have, money to pay all my bills and also have a little extra to do other things.
Right.
But 50 hours a week got to a lot. So last week I made the decision to be off on Wednesdays. So I would work 40 hours instead of 50 hours. So I was dropping a 10-hour shift. And at first I was a little like hesitant, or I kept going back and forth with myself. Like, I knew I needed the rest, but it was also like, damn, are you going to be able to pay your bills? Like, are you sure? Like, you can rest later,
Right.
like for me it was more important, or it was seeming more important to get the money to pay my bills rather than get rest.
Right.
But I had seen two things on TikTok, or not even on TikTok, or just on social media. It was, and I sent you one of the videos. I think I sent you both, actually. That one video of one girl was saying how working hard does not equate to you making more money.
Right.
That's now how you manifest more money. And that just went with, like, all the mindset shifts that we've been trying to put into practice. Right. Or we've been putting into practice. And then I had seen my favorite podcast, The Self-Love Fix. She has said something about also, like, working hard. Like, it's a way to make money, but it's not the only way. Like, you don't have to over-exhaust yourself to make a lot of money. Because, honestly, it's not going to bring a lot of money. It's just going to give the universe that, like, this is what not really, well, yeah, but also, like, oh, this is what you want to do to get more money.
Right.
So you're giving, like, the universe that energy of you want to exhaust yourself.
The only way to make money is to do this.
Yeah, but it's not. Like, you can sit back and make money other ways. So I decided to do it, and I was a little hesitant. Then sometime throughout that week, somebody hit me up, which I don't know the girl. I've never met the girl, but I think she lives in Portland. She hit me up. She was like, I seen that you do tattoos. I want to get a tattoo done. And when we were, like, trying to figure out an appointment or a date to book her appointment, she had said she was off Wednesdays and Saturdays. Those were the same days that I'd be off.
Right. And
it was just, like, that reassurance of, like, you made the right choice.
Right.
And I'm not really charging right now for doing tattoos, but I'm still gaining something. And eventually I am going to start charging. So I am going to gain money, and which I'm not just tattooing for money, but it is something.
Bringing something.
It's a business that or my business that I want to, or I am starting, or I have started.
Right.
So, like, obviously I'm going to want to monetize off of it, but it just really shows that I'm on the right path.
Right.
And that's just a lot of the things that I've been seeing. It's just I'm getting so much reassurance from the universe. Like, there are a lot of things that aren't perfect. Like I just said, my credit not that good. Right. I got to pay my credit cards down. I got some debt, student loans, all that shit. And there are times where I'm like, fuck. I kind of get anxious. I be walking around work. That's why I get anxious. Because I think about all these other things.
Right.
I'm just like, fuck, I still got to do that. Like, yeah, like I just moved out. I'm in a happy relationship. But it's still other shit that's going on.
Still got to work on.
And that's another thing I learned. Like, just being in a relationship doesn't magically
take away your problems.
Yeah, because even the other day I was feeling kind of not depressed, but just down. Like, I get my moments where I'm just like, damn, I don't want to exist.
I had moments too. Like, I had moments too, and I don't like to say it because I know it's a touchy subject and people really deal with it. Yeah. But, like, and I don't want to sound so depressing, but
no, I was just get it out. This is the vent session.
So. I was going through something, like, last night for real, and I remember, like, just making some terrible decisions, and I let myself get out of character, and, like, some stuff had affected me and stuff, and I was just so overwhelmed with all the emotions I was feeling, and I remember driving, and I literally thought, like, if I was to wreck my car right now, I would be okay with that because I wouldn't have to deal with it. But I snapped out of that, and I said, then I woke up the next morning and I remember feeling an immense amount of sadness because I was like, I truly, you let something get you that low to not want to be here. Like, my life is too beautiful to not. Like, yes, some things in the moment may seem like a big deal. It may seem heavy. It may seem, and I get it. But why would you want to, you know what I'm saying, take that part out of this world just because, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you add something beautiful to this world. So I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, like, I love my life. I would never.
Right, I would never. I wouldn't either.
But I get those moments where it's like, living is a lot. Like, it's a lot that we got to do.
I'm exhausted.
And I'm passionate about everything that I want to do. But it's like you said, I be exhausted. Yeah. Like we've been saying this past couple of days. It's like it seems like it's so much that we have to get done, and there's not enough hours in a day. Right. Like, and it just gets exhausting. But I feel like also we just gotta relax.
Yeah, I think I was about to say that.
I think we be too pressured, and I think it comes from society too.
Yeah.
We're pressured to deadlines
Yeah.
and do this way. Even with our podcast, that's why I'm not even mad that we haven't been as consistent as we want to be, because
Right,
it's just showing that
right.
one thing that I did want to point out, it just shows that you can start even if you're not ready.
Right.
Because technically, if you think about it, we're not ready, or like, I don't want to say we're not ready, because we are ready.
Yeah.
But more so like we don't have like set schedule, or we're meeting this day at this
we
time
work
every week.
full-time jobs.
Yeah, like it's not as consistent as we want it to be, but we're still doing it.
And it's still impactful.
Right.
I want to just like point out, like, we gotta brag on ourselves. Like, we jumped up almost 100 followers on our Instagram page.
Oh my God, that day I kept seeing like every hour somebody followed you, followed you.
That one video got like 20K views on Instagram.
I was like, really? Like 20K
And then
views?
the other ones, they be getting like above 1,000, 2,000, and that's big for
a small platform.
Yeah, and it's like I say all the time, when you feel called to something and you feel a passion for it, it's deeper than the likes and the views. You feel me? So me getting behind this microphone and speaking, if it changes or puts hope in one person's life, I fulfill my purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's nice to get famous, but that's our main goal.
But for the fact of, if it just reached one person, I'm okay with that. But the fact that 200 people saw it, 2,000 people saw it, you feel me? Like, that just like, it gives you more like fuel to keep going, because
people are getting this.
And it's a positive impact.
Both, but right, like,
it's not like
people
we
are
just up
getting
there
this
talking
good
shit.
things that we're, because we want to pour into people. We want to help people out, because I know we're not the only people that go through this, because we relate to each other all the time. So I know it's got to be one more person out there that can relate to us.
Right.
So we can give that person a little bit of hope, a little bit of advice, or just something to think about that might, I don't want to say alter the course of your life, but just maybe help you make a better decision, or move towards wanting to better yourself, or give you the motivation, give you some kind of tool, just like you said, something to do. And I used to say the same thing. When I first started healing, I was like, one day I kind of want to write a book, because if I can at least help one person with the story or the things that I've gone through,
I'm good.
Yeah, like, it will make me feel so much better about everything that happened, because I learned from it. Yeah, some of the things were not good, and I wish it didn't happen.
Right.
And it wasn't right or whatever, but it happened.
Yeah.
But it also made me who I am today.
One thing, like, I ain't gonna go into detail about it, because it's a very personal story, but I had that moment with somebody one time. Somebody I'm close with, she's older than me. A decision she made affected my life. Like, she saved me from going through things that nobody should ever have to go through. And I looked at her one day, we were talking about it, and I was like, I don't know how this has affected you. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like you had to go through that so I could get saved, because that's not the case. But because you did go through that, and because you made the decision that you made, look at me. You feel me? Like, you played a part in who I am and what I contribute to this world. Like, and that's why I said, I can't speak for everybody else. I can't speak for other people in your life, or, like I said, the things you went through. You might feel like you don't have no purpose on this world or this life. But I'm looking at her in the eyes. I'm like, but here for me, I'm that one person. I don't know how many other people you're going to affect. But no, like, one person was, you know what I'm saying, impacted positively, and, you know what I'm saying, like, basically changed my life. Like, I'm literally what's the word I'm looking for? A living proof. Yeah. Living proof. So I just want to point that out. Like, that just goes with anything, no matter what. You could be speaking, you could be rapping, you could be praise dancing, you could be just being a friend, being a daughter, being a sister. Every role and everything you do in this life affects people. And
because there was something else I know I wanted to do this episode, which goes with what you're saying, is I want to shout out all my sisters, and of course you as well, because you're one of my sisters, because y'all have really impacted my life. Like, y'all always Like, my friends, they support me so much.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all support me so much. Y'all really motivate me
Yeah.
to do the things that I'm doing. Like, me stepping out of my comfort zone, tattooing now, and other different things. I probably wouldn't be where I am today if it hadn't been for my friends supporting me and
Right.
giving me that space to be myself and not judge me and all
Right.
that. So I just had to shout out my girls because
Yes.
y'all really, if it wasn't for y'all, like, I don't know where I would be.
And
Like,
I remember saying that to you sometime. Like, it would be times where, like, I'm texting her, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, sis, right now in this moment, if I ain't have you, I don't know what I would do. Like, I'm
Right.
so thankful for you. And we say it all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure I would be okay. You know, but,
Right, like,
but you having you right now is like
so much better.
and such a blessing.
And that's how I feel about Todd too. Like, I would figure it out because I've figured it out before.
Right.
But just having you here
Right. It
makes it so much better because I'm not alone.
Right.
I got somebody that I can do this shit with or
lean
on, yeah.
And that's one thing I want to touch on too, because we were big about, and I still have my moments. Like right now, I have a deep, intense feeling of it's isolation time for me. I truly feel like I need to take a step back, stop going out, stop drinking, stop inviting energies into my world. You know, sometimes it's important to go into isolation because sometimes you got to take a step back and spend some one-on-one time with yourself so you don't, like, you know, put bad energy into your friends and into your relationships and into the world. You got to have them moments alone. But don't get too caught up in that, and don't make yourself feel bad for being lonely. Like, when you're in isolation and you're alone, you ain't gonna be happy. Like, you gonna be a little sad. You might be a little, you know, in your feelings. That's normal, and you might miss having company around, having a relationship, and that's okay because we naturally want and need companionship. Like, if I hate to bring the Bible into it because I know it's a little bit controversial, but for those that believe in the Bible, shoot, he would never put Adam and Eve. It would have just been Adam. Like, you know, so we need companionship. And especially when you have, that's why it's so important. That's why we love to promote healthy friendships, healthy connections. Sis, if you're going to have a sneaky link, at least let it be healthy. At least let that motherfucker feed you. At least let him, you know.
You can go to cry to him if your day was bad or something, you know.
We ain't saying jump into no relationship, but, like, you know, it's important.
At least somebody that actually genuinely cares about you past just getting their nut.
Right.
I hate to be so...
But it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's normal for us to want companionship. And I feel like those isolation moments and working on yourself will attract the right partners for you. Like, me and you.
Because you align your energy. You get that moment of you finally, you neutralize yourself. You clean out all that excess energy that is not you. And you are able to bask in your own... I was about to say island. Your own energy and just cultivate your energy. So when you go out, like, you're not just operating off of other people or what other people would say, but like you know what, kind of like what it is that you want, which what we were talking about earlier, you kind of feel like you don't know. I don't know if you want to get into it now. But,
probably next episode.
Yeah, but just all that, like, this isolation period, I think would be good for you to give you that space.
But and then also just going back on what you said too about saying how much you appreciate your sisters and me being one of them and you being one of mine, is vice versa. Like, I'm very thankful for our friendship, and like I said, a big part of our podcast is on sisterhood and you know, women coming together and uplifting each other. So and then like I said, when we first started and we did our photo shoot, we were so big on, we wanted to do a pose where we was leaning on each other. And it's funny, but it's like a deeper meaning behind it because I'm like, seriously, like, I want you to know that you can lean on me, not meaning like drain my energy or me drain your energy. But when you are down and I'm up, I got you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm vice versa. Like, you can lean on me sometimes.
And even when we're both kind of down, we still can lean. At least we're in our dark, I don't want to say dark moments, but we can relate to each other, and we have somebody in that low period. We're not doing it by ourselves. Like, we still got to deal with our own life problems. Like, you're not really experiencing what I'm experiencing, but I can go to you and we can kind of walk together through our own situations. You know, it's not like you're doing it alone. Like, we're both
Yeah, just like with this podcast, we both pour into this podcast. It's not just one person doing everything.
Right.
Like, yeah, I might have certain skills that I bring to the table, and you have stuff that, like, maybe I'm doing. Because, you know, I do a lot of the editing part, but you always texting, like, is there anything I could do? You know, I'll take care of the TikTok. I'll take care. So it's like we balance each other.
Out.
And talking about this made me think about this song. Lean on me. when you're not strong.
We're not gonna do it.
I'll be your... Okay, let's
I help you carry on.
But yeah,
not the Sunday.
That's a...
What is it? Damn, what's the word I want to say?
Sunday sing along.
No, that's not the word. See, you should have shut the fuck up. But anyways.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because you're always getting at me. So we gotta be Mikey for real. But anyways,
that's a good note to leave it off of.
Yeah.
When we turn this off, go play that song.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it on the way home.
Yeah, and
I'll
remember,
I don't know. I might.
I actually like that song though.
Go bump that new Mersey and Batman Philly.
Yeah, go bump that new Mersey and Batman Philly. Ali, you feel me?
Ali Republic.
But
I love that name.
And don't forget, leaving off this note, it's okay to lean on your friends. You should be able to lean on your friends.
Yes.
If you can't,
don't feel like you have to do stuff alone.
Yeah, like we all in this life together, and that's why we want to start this podcast. Like we all in this shit together. Yeah, you feel me? I know the other day we was talking about some shit about like both having problems dealing with, you know, paying rent and all these adult shit. And I literally text you. I was like, it's okay, sis. We figuring out this adult shit together. Like
we really is.
So yeah, but
all right, but
we love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. And
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, and you know, we touched on earlier, we're trying to work on being more consistent, you know, but that's what the point of this video was, to kind of update y'all on what we've been going through and why we posting like every other week. Yeah, but we gonna eventually get to a point where we post every week like we want to, but we ain't gonna forget about y'all though.
Yeah, no.
And make sure y'all follow our Instagram, Two Human Podcast.
Yes.
We post,
and our TikTok too.
Yes, as well. We post clips throughout the week just to give you some little motivation throughout your week to help, you know, push you, make it to the end of the week type shit. And follow my Instagram, Leah Clene, and your Instagram.
The Slothful Artist.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
See y'all later.
We out.